Hello everyone, this is Venom Geek Media here with another Bionicle MOC vlog. This week it's a bit of a change of pace, we're gonna look at Stormlord, right? So this is a bit of a change of pace. The other three were effectively original characters. This one is somewhat inspired. Okay, so basically, he comes from the Gen 2 universe. That's where he's from. And so in 2016 we were given a new foe in the form of the elemental beasts, and we weren't really given a explanation as to where they came from. So I've kind of come up with one myself, and my explanation is that essentially the elemental beasts were created by three lords, three sort of generals, and they had them as their army, and they were conquerors, and they marched on Okoto, or in this case sailed on Okoto, and were repelled in the age of the mask makers. So they were repelled by Ikimu and Makuta. Well, those two were still friends. And so then what happened is Makuta then kind of imprisons the Horde. He can't destroy it because it's so big, but he sort of imprisons it and uses it to his own means. So let's look at the that's kind of the story behind this guy. Let's take a look at him. Right, so just to start off, he has a few functions. You could say, so for starters, he's got a Vaki head, which means a disc launcher. So that's one function, if you want to call it that. Second function, he is a Metru build, and as such, he has the ability to swing his arms. Like so. It's very simple, very cool. And thirdly, third function, although you could just say this is part of posability, but essentially he can switch out weapons, and those fold just very nicely into the back, so he has different weapons. He has different weapon options. So those are the functions. That's kind of a summary of this MOC. Let's get into the pros and cons. Right, pros. So functions. He has 3 functions, which is pretty solid. Height. He's pretty tall. He looks, quite tall and imposing. He kind of mirrors Stormbeast in that, because Stormbeast is quite tall but not very bulky. So he's kind of very similar. Another pro would probably be his points of articulation. He has the standard 3 in the arm, technically 2 because one of them's gear tied, and 3 in the legs plus 1 in the head. So there's that. Another pro would be his colour scheme, which is consistent and very, very bold. We've got lime green, we've got Metru blue, we've got Metru green, we've got a bit of silver, really diverse range of colours, but I feel like, and it's very loud, it's very in your face, very bold colour scheme, but I like it because it's kind of very stormy. It all feels like Stormlight, and it blends with his weapons as well. So essentially, because these are kind of sort of yellow lime green, they kind of match with the headstock and the feet. And then with these again, you have kind of a melding between blue, dark green, sort of lime green, yellow. So all the colours kind of can be seen on him in the extremities. So he looks really good. He looks very bold and colourful, and he also retains the similar colour scheme to Stormbeast, which I think is quite critical, but it's clearly a little bit more. With the bit of dark green and the bit of silver, it's just Stormbeast, but with a little more colours, which I really like. Any other pros? Oh yes, it's kind of a minor thing. So of course the function the gear, apologies for that I could just correct, but I need to get rid of that, is in trans. So again, that really blends in nicely. There are a few trans pieces, you know, here, Borokai on the back of the legs, just to add a bit of extra substance. I really like cladding. He's well clad, so you have the standard armour fitting here and up here, but you also get armour, well technically, you get armour here, so it and that again mixes up the colours a little more. Also you have these silver, which kind of look like electricity conductors, you could say. So those look really cool. And then also for armour, technically you could say, so these electrical pieces from Surge can fold up, and they kind of create sort of like a electrical field around him, and I think that looks really cool. So I really like it, a really good, really solid look. But what are the cons? What are the issues with this MOC? Right, see, some people don't like Vaki heads. Personally, I like them, I don't have a problem with them, but I know some people don't like them. That then extends, obviously, to the disc launcher. Definitely a con is the fact that the disc launcher is, well, pathetic. It's just got no energy to it. You're not going to be shooting very far. So the disc launcher's a bit of a weak point. Any other cons? Yeah, there are a few red pins around the place. They're not massively, but they are in a few places. There's a red thing there. So there's a bit of red all over the place. And it does break up a little bit. The blue I would defend because often it's in just smaller areas and it kind of looks like surges of electricity, which fit for him. Any other cons? Yeah, the gear system, the function. Because it means that you can't move the arms individually. If I move this arm, that arm's going too. There's nothing I can do about it. Some people might not like his colour scheme because it is very bold, very in your face, very aggressive, and that's fair enough. Some might not like him because he's Metro build. The function of the arms, the whole swapping things around, it works, but you have limited mobility. Those hands are only going backwards and forwards. They're not ever going to go side to side, which does impact them a little bit. Any other cons? I mean, that's about it. That's about it for this guy. He's just very cool. I like him. He's a cool MOC, and I like the idea behind him. I will probably, at some point, make more. So I'll do Quake Lord and Lava Lord or whatever. Those are really cringy names. Storm Lord sounds cool, but Lava Lord, no. I'll probably be doing some stop motion soon. We'll see. Just I want you guys' thoughts as to what I could do for a stop motion. Because I've not really got a clue. And I will see you guys in the next video.